Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. Yesterday, me and Luke covered the 10k high roller from the Big 20. Super fun to watch. A lot of nittery going on. We're not really sure what they were doing, but it's interesting to watch full stream replay on YouTube. Also, how to exploit with bet sizing. Last week's spins highlights. That's up. I'm sure you'll enjoy that. And also, there was a crazy 215. Big 20 final table, and they were going pretty nuts on there, the absolute opposite of nittery. So that's a really fun one to watch, all on YouTube. Today we had a request in the Discord before joining here from Tadelos Play, saying that he wants some small blind limp strategy, three-handed, would be interesting with some good board / sizings. So yeah, I think this is a spot which is actually... I think this is actually probably the most difficult and understudied spot in spins in general. There's just so many lines and so many different ways to play this spot. I have always taken a heavy small blind limp strategy, even though the GTO aspect has a lot of mixing going on there from the small blind, but my win rates were always pretty good in there, so I didn't see much reason to deviate to that strategy. So I just didn't invest the time to study the GTO side of it. So I will take the side that I know, which is a really heavy limp strategy, against weak player fields. As we can see in the 25s will be fairly weak, so that'll be interesting. And thank you for the follow, Mindset Carry. Hope all is well. We're just getting started. Going to crack up some 25s and also bang on the Xmas tunes that Nicole has got for us. Let's see what we've got. So yeah, any questions as always, just put them in the chat. And yeah, let's see what we get. Small blind is always a fun one. Spins, here we go. Alright, let's try and get some big spins. Definitely under in the big spins. Well, don't really recognize any of these players. I have a note on this guy, so pretty good start. Actually, DM899, I do recognize that guy. How is the music volume? Let's see what I've got. Turning A6 into bluff, 4 board straight. Probably just going to limp shove on him then. Not the best board, so this is one straight away. That obviously hits the opponent's range. Not very fun, this music's really loud in my ears. Let's see what we can do. Expect him to bet pretty high frequency, and for a pot bet, like, I'm just not even going to continue. The only thing I can do is check call and then like donk lead some like good turns, but still he has all the straights, all the 2 pairs, all the top pairs as well. So I think this is one that, you know, investing half a BB pre-flop we can just get away from. Still going to make a small stab here. 2x 3x just massively misses both ranges, and saying that we get check raised, but it's quite an easy fold, especially to this size. No club, just some overs. I mean, okay, yes, they can have a flush draw, but they'll also have some top pairs. Classic tune. King Jack off here, you can raise for value or limp. As I said, I generally just tend to go for a heavy limp strategy, but I think it can be good to just, against unknowns, value raise all of these. Hitting mid pair against the reg. Pretty easy call. So the barrel's gonna suck. I'm just wondering whether we should bet now versus any kind of overs. We'd bet with our bluffs probably. I think we will just size it small. He might call us with like some king, queen, king, jack type hands. Makes our river decisions pretty easy as well. I think you can go either way on that one. Definitely betting here. The big blind 8-2 hits our range compared to the small blind. Go with big sizing. Don't really want him to continue. I'm going to bet this queen, 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 generally always. Problem is, I think with the notes here, we might be into a bit of a sticky opponent, but I'm not going to change too much based on that. Not enough hands. Running into the ace-king suited, but thankfully we are not all in. Always see the positive side. Only way to survive in poker. King's now perfect. Come on, DM. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, pretty much locking the win up in that one. I might register, get away from DM89. So he busted that one. I think I clicked something there, Nicole. I think it's gone to something else. Yeah, there we go. I think it's back now, right? Right, let's try and get into another one before busting this guy out. Okay, perfect. Well, all 2x's so far. Not what we were hoping for. The big spins, 3-betting non-all in here. Jack 8 off, pretty easy call. Hitting middle pair. Just be calling down for this size. Yeah, just deciding whether to bet that turn or not. Whether he's going to call is some ace highs or like just 6s to 10s even bet the flop, probably not. But I think we can go for some thin value now. Chop with some jacks, queen, probably value bets the river. They probably don't check call. He bets really small. I think so deep we are going to raise. It's a good card. He is going to have some like queen jack and queen x of diamonds there that continue. Jack 9 is obviously not what we don't want to see. I need to turn this down again. Yeah, these are probably like two of the worst cards. He's going to have some queen 10, king 10 in there. That now get there. But we're not folding. I mean, all the flush draws miss and straight draws miss, so. Let's see, Turbo to J8 seem good. You'll never face a check raise, I think. Yeah, I also think that some Queen X though will check in that spot as well. That's the problem. Then I'll be kind of value turning myself, and I'm trying to think like when I bet on that turn, okay, what am I getting value from? And like, it's a bit of a stretch to think he bets 6s to 9s. So really, am I trying to get called by ace high versus the queen check back range? So I'm not really sure you're going to get much value by betting that jack, to be honest. And it's quite high up, like we can still get river value. If it was a much lower pair, we probably can't get river value, but since the jack is a pretty high card, I mean, good chance on rivers that we might get some snap-offs. Just going to be barreling this off now. It's not really two jack X he calls, and it's just like two pair and flushes. He probably checks raise flop. Okay, so this guy's a reg, so these are some hands that I might throw into a check raise. 2x. Problem is we're probably not getting anything now. Value betting the A7. Yeah, I think with the Queen Jack you can go either way. Maybe you can bet the flop because we do block some of his straight draws anyway. Let's see, A7 probably got called by an 8 and we probably could have got some more value in there. I think I'm going to bet against worse 7s and 5x. There's not going to be too many king high calls on there, and it's going to be tough to get river value from a 7 on runouts. Let's see what he called with. Probably an 8, right? Yeah. Could just be betting that flop, to be honest. Wow, that is not the best spot. 8-4. Don't know much about this guy's limping range. Ordinarily, I would just be raising 8-4. You play spins too, mindset? Playing spins, or what do you play? I'm gonna have to call this now. We have a spade, we have a diamond. It's a bit weird, but like whatever. Oh, running into it on the other hand as well. Alright. 4-2 gets there. 5x that didn't check raise. Does a queen bet this way? Yeah. Ah, nice. Well, I hope it's going well. Hope it's going well. And what's the action like over on GG? But the structure's different on there, right? It's like 300 chips or something. Isn't it like 300 chips to start with, and then as the multipliers get bigger, you get more chips. I don't think I've seen this guy fold his button yet, so I think we're gonna start pushing it. This guy took a long time to check. Yeah, 300 chips. Seems like a pretty bad structure though, like 6 not much we can do, but cool here. Just instant jam. Oh. Well, I'm wondering whether the instant jam there can get us to just fold. All flush draws missed. The flush draws check raise the flop all of the time. Maybe we can get away with that one. It's so short though, it's like 4 blinds into 8, I mean. Edge difference compared to POKERSTARS. Not sure what you mean by that. You mean like you think it's tougher or easier on GG? I mean, with deeper stacks, you're going to have more edge, right? This is obviously a horrible board, but I think we still bet. I don't think I want to get bloated. Like, if I get raised here with a queen jack suited, this is going to suck. So I think I'm just going to check call. And turn is pretty bad as well. I think I'll just see my equity here. Could raise. It doesn't look like they have very much. Looks like they're drawing themselves. But they're both fish, and I don't really want to be playing big pots there. I think, let's see, do they have better jacks here that are like hearts? They can't really have better jack spades, so I think we'll bet against some random 10x that cool a bit. Okay, hopefully we chop this one. No. Alright, get paid there. Let's see. Yeah, he had a jack X of hearts. That hand might have checked behind on the river, so I'm pretty glad we bet there. Yeah, I haven't tried the spins on GG, I really haven't, but that, I don't know, 300 structure just, I mean the games are going to have to be super soft to make up for that. King X here, what do I want to bet, what do I want to check? I think we'll just make it easy and bet ourselves. Get a call. This one, I'm just going to lead. So if this was a reg, I might be tempted to check raise some of these. It's going to be difficult for him to have a bare King X in his hand, so we will be barreling this all in. He's going to have some, that's a nice river, he is going to have some 10x checkbacks on the flop, he's going to have some Queen X that can value bet here, so I don't know what checks the flop turns into a bluff, so I think we can just let that go. You playing a stable carry, or for yourself, or like how are you getting into spins? Like what's your frame of reference for studying and ranges and stuff? Gonna value bet again here. Want to get paid from a 4 or a worse 6. Maybe even some 3s will come along, which will be very difficult to get value on the river. Always try and think ahead a bit. I'm just wondering whether we should shove this or call. I think I'm just going to call. Calling. Could conceivably raise that flop with the A7. There's a lot of good turns though that we're going to get to be able to continue. He's checking, it's a bit bizarre. Jack 6, I don't think we can value bet now, just to make it like 4 or something. But no. Good river, saves us a lot of decision making. He's definitely going to be tempted to bluff that with like anything, but didn't want to bluff the turn. Checks, so weird. Well, we definitely want to look bluffy. I think almost every villain who hits an ace is going to bet that river unless he's trapping some really strong hand, so... Oh yeah, getting the call there. I don't think this guy is gonna play 6BB versus shoves too horribly, so I'm gonna do a lot more limping here than I ordinarily would. Just think he's gonna overfold a bunch. Finish the PokerStars challenge. Ah, yeah. Which one did you have? Min raise. I say that, and he's like just playing it perfectly. Okay, I'm just gonna go rid. Yeah. How much was your bonus? Yeah, I got a 10% one as well. It sucked twice for me, but I was lucky. I had some 40% before. GTO wizard. Yeah, spins are super fun. I would definitely not recommend playing GTO though in $20 games. Like, it's good to know what your starting points are, but you just have to deviate massively. Again, just see betting everything against this max guy. Wow, not getting there with the 10s. Perceivably a good barrel card. Can he call off 3 streets with the 9? I think we're going to go 3 streets. Put some pressure on the nines. This looks super suspect with a 6 BB limp, but you just never know what these guys are doing, and yeah, I mean, just like sometimes just don't overthink spots. Limp folding when you need to mark. Recreational. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, that is the biggest mistake I made in poker with spins. Like, I spent so much time in the solvers trying to learn all the ranges and everything, and honestly, like, I just knew them super well, but it's just like it's not the highest EV in game. It just really isn't. Wow. Really? Yeah. Is that because of the rake back, or like why is there so many regs on GG? I guess so, right? Is 60% there? This is pretty annoying because this is supposed to be a call, but these guys are so weak, and I think we're just gonna let it go. I think we have to get this one in though. We're just gonna be dominating his ace-x too much. Pretty nice flop. Beautiful, beautiful flop with the 7x there. Like, that's another spot there where it will say, call the queen 10 suited. You have to call it, like you have to call. No, you don't. I mean, this is a super, super weak game. Don't have to do anything. Nines again. Come on, Squig. Min raise. Yeah, okay, yeah. So you'll have some of the regs that play purely for rake back. Checks the king. He see bet the flop, didn't he? Is he gonna call? Like, wow, we lose that one. What are we getting called by? You see that flop and I just checked. I guess he might call us some ace highs that thinks we're bluffing. Pop bet. This is a definite call to 1BB, but a pop bet, I'm not really sure about this. He's a bit of a donk, but then like he might just barrel turns and we're going to be in a pretty disgusting spot and we don't have an overcard with the flush, so I think I'm just going to let it go until I understand a bit more what he's doing. Yeah, it's pretty nice though when the regs are no good. It's quite fun to play that way. I think we'll just take an ISO. Not the best board. Still going to make a tiny stab though. Ah, he's punishing this squig. Got us again. This is a 1-2-5. We need this one. Hitting the 4 now. He didn't check raises. He probably doesn't have 2 pairs, so I think we're going to just pile the pressure on against this guy. Oh, instant shove. Hit the 2 pair. No, it sucks. 8, 10, 7, 10. 10, 9, just check calls. I mean, whatever. I just... Maybe that was a bit of a loose fold. Ah! King Jack or King 10 is probably not that much in his range, so I'm just going to let that one go. Favorite food before a grind? No. I guess something that isn't heavy that makes you all like lethargic, depending how you react to food. I guess you should just be aware of like how your body reacts to food. Probably something light. Well, obviously this is a call. I would say probably eating directly before grinding is probably not the best. Let's try and get that guy again. As like I said, unless it's light. Why? What's your before grind routine? Alright, let's go for some raises. Right, small blind against an unknown. He's going to have 5 and 2x a bunch of the time. If he wants to call me off 3 barrels with Jack X, he can. He's going to find it very difficult. 4. I'm going to have to call now. He's 10. What is going on there? It's like a value raise with King Queen. Oh. Absolutely value towned. Spelt noodles. Help your digestion with some green tea. With some rest. Yeah, I always advise that, like, food and breaks in poker are just absolutely crucial. Every few hours I would take a break, get my eyes away from screen. People really don't, like, you can't go for 10 hours at a screen and be like 100% cognitive ability. It's just impossible, right? And poker is just all about making decisions, so you need to give yourself that break every few hours if you can. Get some food, get away from the screen. Anyone who tells you they can perform at their best 10 hours later is talking nonsense, or they're not aware of themselves. This hits his range, so I don't think we're going to raise this one. We have to call the ace-8 suited. Wow, we get a call there as well. Oh, the perfect river, but I don't think he's going to have very much. Good boards. Just going to lead this one. I'm obviously going to call. He likes his min raises hit, doesn't he? It sucks because it's a really good turn for us and I kind of just want to jam. I think I am going to jam given that he raised his king queen last time. It can't really check call there. Do I want to pot this? I think we will check. It's not bad. We're going to chop with some of his king X now. Yeah, that's why I like spins as well. The breaks are great. Like, I just don't think I'd be able to do an MTT grind. Like, I did it for a short while, and it's fun. Like, you know, get to final tables, but schedule-wise, not for me. Maybe in the early days. The early days, you know, I was doing like 14, 16-hour days, but I loved it. It was just grinding hardcore. I think against this size with no diamond, I'm just going to fold. 1 BB. I'm going to have to call that size. Alright. So overplaying the SB here, don't think I know this guy. So this hits his range a lot. I don't really want to bet and get raised. I'm just going to be check calling and then might try and take him away in later streets depending on how it goes. Do I want to raise this spot? I'm going to call, reevaluate turn. I'm going to bet against his hearts. Okay. I think jacks I'm going to check as well. So we get rivet. Let's see. I have to make a value bet here. Raise is going to be brutal. I think if he raises, he's never raising a worse spade, so no hearts. I think we're going to try again against this guy. 9-4 is a pretty dirt hand to play in the small blind at this stack depth, but if you can get away with it. Let's hope we're live. Ooh, it's a good flop for us. A good turn. No joy. So what's your EV at the 20s, Carrie? What EV you got going on over there at GG? Alright, heads up in the 75, we can take this one. Players in general are going to be pretty tight with their big blind openings, so this is a spot carry where you can go a lot tighter than GTO. I think there's 3-5 suited, can flop some okay hands, so yeah, just going to bin that. Okay, well I would definitely recommend trying to do that. I can imagine the 50s would start to get super tough. That's generally the level where you're going to see a lot of regs. Checks now. Just have to hope he has a jack. I definitely have to hope he has a jack now. Okay, I'm going to bet against some of these straight draws and clubs that he might have, which will call to probably this sizing, but maybe won't call to like 6 or 5, and that's a bit sucky. He might even donk now. I don't think we're going to be able to get much value here. Maybe we can. He's done this a few times, I'm just going to limp shove on him. And he has 5s. That's pretty sucky. Well, I don't think he's bluffing, although this guy is a reg, right? Pretty annoying, that guy has raised our button every single time, wakes up with 5s. Could just call in position, like I feel like I'm going to be able to play okay. This one's going to have to be a call. He shoved quite quick, but like it's just too high up in our range. So if I the thing I see though is the average position. The top regs are at 1.97. What do you mean by 1.97 out of 3? Queen 9, this board hits its range, I don't really check raise, I'm going to take it off in later street, so I'm just going to... double straight door. Yeah, it's very difficult to know, isn't it? Like, I think we can just abandon almost GTO. Like, in my mind, the guy just... I mean, if someone min-raises pre, ISO, a couple of times in a row, it makes me think that they kind of suck, right? They're more likely to suck than to be a good player. This is one I'm just barreling. Maybe not now. Definitely betting here. like maybe he is because I think that guy's a reg. But then like I can just 3-bet non-all in, and I think that achieves quite well because I think most people are quite horrible in 3-bet pots. Like they don't really know how to play. It's a good turn. No more free cards. Well, we're gonna get paid by an 8 or 9s or something like this, so we'll just have to go big size. Hope he has to hope that we have a missed flush draw. He does fold. Yeah, that's the thing, Carrie. Like, just I think it's always important to think about how the ranges adjust based on what could be going on in game, and just not follow charts as such. I think it will help a lot, especially in these kind of games, you know. I think we might check raise. It's not going to have too many ace-x checkbacks at 13 BB. Well, we're not getting that many small blind spots that were requested. The thing is, we know he doesn't really have the nuts here, but against a 17 BB it's going to be like small pairs and a few other hands. Like, he should be shoving like Jack 10, Queen 10 suited there, but I'm not sure he really does. Cool here. Making a small exploitative bet there. I think this guy's either continuing or he's not. Don't think we can really check and afford to call bluffs on rivers, so I'd rather take the initiative. It's 5. That's what you want to see with 5 BB. Alright, let's go. Good flop. Try and bank a profit for this session. That would be nice. Right, register another one. Try and avoid these. Oh, running into ace king. That's no fun, but we have ace king on this one. Alright, 2 randoms. New game. Come on. Oh. Queen 3 is going to be a call. Jarvis seemed quite aggro. I think Again, this is one we're just gonna barrel turns and rivers. It's a good turn for us. He's thinking about it. He's probably going to lead a 6 and a 4 himself, so. Okay, well. I'm just going to shove this one in. If he wants to call me with Jack X or some traps, then he can. Well, we get called. He has queens, so has some traps. That sucks. This guy's most likely on some sort of draw. Just wondering whether we want to raise this now. I think we will. Oh, why don't I just call? So maybe it's some sort of fish move, but we can hit trips with 2 pairs, so 10. Hit straights. Just have to hope he has a busted flush draw, I guess. I don't think we can really bluff again. I mean, yeah, 2 pair. Let's see what he did here. So he... Okay. Yeah, not so easy. Not so easy with our decisions today. Turn king high into a bluff. This guy called us down with queen, so... Value bet the jack 5. Be calling off rivers. Wow, of course the flop with jack high. 6s, we're gonna have to call it the stack depth. No joy, no joy. Do I want to protect bet against? Can't bet for value on that river either. Alright, we lost some against 4x, but... It's not the first time we've seen the old min raise out the big blind ISO today. Top pair with the jack 8. Cool. Pretty bad turn. We'll bet the jack 9, especially against this guy. Bad turn and bad river. Check call. He's queens. Really check call that board. There's nothing really we can do. What does he check call this board with that then somehow randomly turns into a bluff when the board hits our range? King 6? I mean, it's like nothing. Wow, wow, wow. No joy, guys, no joy. Bit of a pummeling. Can come back though, 4BB. I hope you're enjoying the Christmas music. Alright, 10-8, let's go. No. Let's try and get him again. Come on. Tough decisions today. 4 board straight, 4 board flushes, and they're shoving almost every one of them so far. But hopefully some good spots for you. Watch out tomorrow, guys. We have an awesome podcast coming out. Joe Stapleton. That'll be on YouTube premiering, so don't miss that one. It was really fun to chat with him. Talks about his comedy and how to go about making a set, and also what commentary means to him, you know, with PokerStars. I think we're just barreling this. Check call. Queen 10, Jack 9 doesn't double call, I block Jack 9, so I think we just go for this one. If he wants to call me with Queen X, or King 6 or 7, it's going to make it very difficult. Just fold, please. Nice. Text Nick's expected reg. Does call. Pretty disgusting board. Like the only thing that really doesn't do well on here is like what, King Jack King Queen. So I think we're giving up. Oops, turned down the 7-6 suited. We do have an ace of hearts, could like maybe tiny bet and then shove heart turns or something, but I just think it's too good for him. No club fold. Although I have been catching a bunch of regs with some absolute trash out the big blind ISOing. But I don't have no on him, so. Alright, double up with jacks, just what we need. Not a good board. Still putting in the C bet. Well, we're pretty much always losing this one, but I'm not sure we can like double pot and just get him to fold. I mean, it's like the only option, right? Make it like all in, which might work against some opponents. Yeah, exactly, Carrie. When you think about what calls a 3-bet in this game, and then what doesn't connect with that board, the only real hands are like King Queen, King Jack. Wow. And this is a spot probably where against population and unknowns, I should probably just call the a6 pre. I probably shouldn't just check shove. People are not ISOing the big blind with enough trash like unknowns, so I think you could just get away with just calling, just not really ever having to limp shove those a6s. There's probably a spot where I should just get away from the standard move, because people honestly are just not isolating the big blind, like unknowns at least, anywhere near like what it would tell you to do in GTO. They're just playing like, okay, do I have ace jack plus? Okay, I raise the big blind ISO, you know. So yeah, I think that could be changed for sure. See if we can get some wins in the last minutes. Donk by Surge. Well, that hits the Jack X donking. Still going for it. Good flop. Could bet that turn, I think. No need to raise here, and that 4 straight and flush coming out again. He does check this time, but I don't see whether should we take this away from him. Let's see, A2 off BB versus SB limit, you made it 2.2, is that exploitative? Ah, yes, for sure. This stack depth, I'm gonna check raise. I think if I was a bit deeper, I'd probably check call. Well, not really much we can do. Yeah, it just hits 2 pair. Lucky river for us. Pot bet versus this. Such weird sizing. He didn't raise pre-flop, right? Typically I would fold this, but I think against pot bet looks a bit weak. Just the worst runouts coming for us to do anything. He checks, like, do I want to turn this into a bluff? I think we do. We have one of the worst holdings we can have here. 2.2. Yeah, exactly. That is very exploitative. I'm just taking initiative in the hand where Like, I'm just going to do that and make really tiny c-bets or big c-bets based on board textures and what I think people are doing. Whee! Get the 75 in, let's go. But yeah, that little mini raise versus unknowns in the big blind would be very exploitative. Something I find that it just works quite well. Like, you're just taking it, rather than checking back and allowing them to just bet at you, you're just taking initiative in the hand, and people are out of position and they rarely ever check raise. They always like limp cool to like that 2.2x sizing basically. Yeah. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, it works pretty well. Against unknowns like regs, I probably wouldn't do that against. Blocking some of his draws here, so I'm just going to bet the king for value. Going for a bit bigger sizing than the 1dB exploitative when I hit, and then, you know, if I don't have anything, just... Well, actually, you can, on that board texture, I'd probably go slightly bigger on flop, turns, and rivers anyway. Let's try it again, shall we? Flops, turns, and rivers anyway, because the run-out's going to come just like all over cards. Right, to the king 6-3, and they're mostly going to have a pair of 6s, a pair of 3s, and turn river is going to likely be overcards, so you can just get them off that. Try it again. I think we'll just allow him to bluff this time. Yeah. 6-2 suited was a fun sweat one. I was thinking, shall I make it smaller on the turn just to make it look more like, well, to also get better odds on my bluffs. Oh, did I just lose the kings there? Yeah, I did against his queen. Okay. Typically want to call this, but I'm just going to let it go. Against unknowns, like I said, I just don't think they're bluffing often enough with ISOs. I haven't been paying attention to it. Maybe he's an absolute donk and I haven't been watching. Yeah, 6-2 suited one was fun, but I think like by the time we bet the river and blocking the straights there, this sucks because we got the guy behind. I guess we just fold. That's a weird one. Hello, I am Blue. Thanks for following. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Any questions, feel free to ask. Gonna make some of these the last game, so get them in. Also, guys, don't forget to join our Discord channel. We had a request for small blind strategy today, so this is one. Obviously, small blind here, just going to be barreling that off with the Jack X all the time. In the big blind there, he should be raising any strong hands, unless he's taking cheeky checkbacks with aces and kings, which most players won't do. Obviously this is going in. You could like make it 4 BB try and get donkeys on the button to somehow call their range and go in with most flops. So I'll probably do that with some stronger hands, but I think ace-7 suited is just a good one to get in. Ace-10 is obviously getting in. I'm just wondering whether we want to call. I think we want to fold out some hands that might rejam us. Ugh. Well, he calls with ace-10 anyway. That I would fold in his spot. I think that's a bit of a light call. Oh, aces, here we go, let's go. Interesting flop. Alright, we managed to hold that one. Raising for value with the king jack suited. Betting 100% on this king queen. This really sucks, but not really much we're going to do here. We're pretty deep. I don't even know the player. Pretty sure we're going to have a good edge. Alright, dominating. Let's get that in. King 8 definitely calling. Checks now. We have a lot more nut hands than he does. Just wondering whether we need to bluff him off some king high or ace highs, but we're winning most of the time here, so I'm just going to check back. Let's see. Jack 7. Yeah, it's a hand that he can barrel actually. Like, I just don't know this guy. Like, otherwise this is just like a snap call. Let's get this guy out. Okay, he checks. That brings a lot of draws. Problem is we have a club and we have an 8, you know, like 8-9, 8-5, 8-4. So I think we're just going to start betting ourselves now. Try and get value from a 6 or a 7 that didn't bet. He does call. It's going to be tough to get much from a 6 or a 7, so I think we just go on the low side. Okay, I think we just continue the 7-4 story, and he raises now. This is obviously pretty horrible. Thing is, we block like his bluffs, right, with the 8, right? We block it, so... What was the other hand? What's the other one? Eight's easy call. Nine's just going to raise for value. Oh wow, that sucks. We had like so many of his outs as well. Alright, we'll make that the last one coming up. Oh, thanks Iron Blue. Yeah, it's been pretty tough. Pretty tough. Let's see if we're up or down. No idea. Pro tip there, guys. Do not check your bankroll every 5 minutes. Definitely a habit I've had before, but not a good one to have. Do not look at your results. So, small blind versus big blind. So this is a hand where I am just not going to bother c-betting. Like, think about what he has here. Any queen, any 9, any jack, any 10x. That's going to hit a lot of his range. He's going to have club draws, backdoor diamonds. So, like, I'm not going to get too many good barrels here, right? I'm going to get like an 8. You know, is that mind about a diamond? So, this is just one I think we can just start check folding. In my personal opinion. You know, you don't have to limp stab every board. This is not a great board, but you pretty much print with the C bet and players are under check raising. Although he has got bit B spins on his avatar, and yeah, commentator's curse. He does check raise us, but I think this kind of hand, I mean, we're fine to just bet fold like whatever. We have nothing there. Nice, Iron Blue. I hope you're finding them useful. Are you playing spins or what are you playing? This is kind of close. Weird sizing. I feel like I want to check raise or do something. Just gonna let it go. Just gonna let it go. Not long till Christmas now, 2 weeks. I'm gonna be shoving this now. Practically no threes in his range. He's gonna have some worse jacks, he's gonna have some flush draws. 13 BB, min raise. It's suspect, but not really much we can do with like 6 BB. We have to just get it in. Actually, might make this. Oh, nice. Somehow chop that. Kings now. We could do the very same thing, but I think we just get it in. He's a reg in the big blind. This is pretty sucky, really, because like he raised, right? I just don't think we can fold top pair here, though. Okay, I think we will cut that. We'll leave this the last game. Okay, final game. Let's do it. He is going to have some Jack X here, Jack 10, Jack 9. Is this one I want to barrel? I think we're going to. We unblock everything here. It does call. 8, 9, 8, 10. Snap calls us 2 pair. Pretty easy decision for him. Pushing it quite hard, but I think players are going to struggle there with Bear Queen X anyway. Did raise pre-flop. Have to call 1. Pretty disgusting. 6x gets there. Is it going to bet this quickly with a 8? Probably not. So it's basically 6x or nothing, right? What bluffs does he have? No, he has 9x. Is he turning like king 9 to a bluff queen 9? I don't know. I think we can call. He bets. Wow, he bet that quickly. Okay, so our read was a bit wrong there. It's maybe a bit of a loose call, but it's like literally 6x or nothing most of the time. I think people are not betting that quick unless I had some lag in my internet connection, which is possible. Well, no joy at the end. No joy at the end. That call probably cost us, but I think you can turn a lot of 9x random hands into bluffs. Oh, nice. Okay, you're going to grind now, Carrie. Well, wishing you the best of luck. Hopefully it goes well. Yeah, exactly. Spins. This is what I tell everyone. If you think that you have had variance in poker, you probably haven't seen anything. Because trust me, everyone massively underestimates the variance in poker. What I suggest you do, if you think you're running bad or if you think you've had the worst runs, just go to any simulator, and they're all out there. Swing Som or Swong Sim, what is it? Swing Som? Swing, something like this. Google it, and you can check the spins variance on there, and you can input everything, and it'll tell you what variance you can have over how many thousands of games. And trust me, you have not experienced what you think is a big downswing. It's really crazy. Same for cash games and other games. Just put them in simulators and get a bit realistic with what actually is possible in poker. You'd be quite surprised. So yeah, try not to focus on that. If you play this game for long enough, you are going to experience some of those bottom percent swings, and that really is the test of if you're a good player or not, as to how well you can handle them. Yeah, that's it. Well, good luck, Iron Blue, if you're spinning up. Same to you, Carrie. Hope the grind goes well. Yeah, shoot any questions if you need anything. Good luck with everything, and yeah, that's it. Tomorrow we've got our podcast with Joe Stapleton. Don't forget to join our Discord channel. See if I can put that in here now. No, it's not working on there. Maybe Nicole will stick it in. Yeah, join our Discord channel. It's on our socials, and yeah, I'll be in there after the stream for a little while. And yeah, that's it. Hope you guys are enjoying the week. See you next week. Take care, everyone. Have a good one.